Hey yo, divine earthlings of the universe. What is up? What is up? What is up? I do hope that you all are having a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Peace, love, light, blessings, and namaste. Today is Thursday, October 30th of 2025. So grand day, grand rising. Hope all is well. Sending a lot of love and light to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. It's always a humble honor to connect, and I'm very thankful and honored, humbled. I'm messing up my words, but I do thank each and every one of you. Right now it is 9:10 a.m. where I'm at on Eastern Standard Time. So 9:10, interesting. It's about to be 9:11. So you waking up some people. I'm hearing alert, alert. You've been alerted about some people, plus you waking up these people that you've been alerted about. And that goes with what some of the energy I just wrote. But before I do start, let me put my disclaimers out. I'm not a psychic. I am just a messenger here to provide the purest love and light vibes from the Most High Creator. My spiritual team, guides, God Gaia, the universe, the Most High Source, and the purest love energy possible. Therefore, we remove any dark entities, dark energies, evil eye vibes, evil eye vibers, and negativity from this space. We keep it divinely protected in the love, light, and glow of the Most High Creator and the spiritual team and our ancestors and archangels. All right. And this is in no way, shape, or form to impose my feelings, thoughts, beliefs into your life. I'm one reader. You may resonate with another reader. That's cool. Find the reader best for you. Always know that your free will, discernment, and intuition are key factors regardless of this message or any message you may receive. And what else was it? Oh, we never judge. This is a non-judgment zone. This is a healing zone, an uplifting zone, a creative zone, a zen zone, inspiring zone, whatever kind of zone for this journey that you may need. But we do not judge. Never do. Okay. And you can always thumbs up this message if it resonates, or if you like the vibe, you can subscribe and stay on board with us. But I want to dive into a message that I just put out yesterday about you are a celebrated wise legend, and it had Bob Marley vibes. Really dope message. When I re-listened to it myself, I was like, dang, you definitely got some Bob Marley energy, leaving a legacy out here. And in that scenario, along the mission, what I picked up in that message, I wanted to come back and do a message about in more depth, was how people have infiltrated in your life as a good person or a partner, a lover, a close bond, or whatever it may be. They've infiltrated into your life with some darker intentions. So I wanted to touch in on that because I wanted to bring this card out. This card came out in that message yesterday. This is the Spirit Fruit Oracle deck. And I also heard like planting your seeds and your harvest is growing. So with that being said, I was using the Spirit Fruit Oracle deck, 344 on the timer. And you have to plant your seeds like you were planting better fruits. And now you're seeing the fruits of your labor unfold and flourish and bloom and blossom and all the great things. Even though everything feels like it's falling down in society, you're actually growing and booming and radiating out here. You got like a really green harvest. Like your crops are endlessly bountiful, like gonna always grow like Jack and the Beanstalk. Okay. So, and it's gonna continue to rise and rise. And this is what you've been doing. And in the midst of it, people have wanted to infiltrate on your mission or infiltrate as someone of a wise soul that people need to follow, So I want to dive in on that energy because I've been hearing that people have been infiltrating on Lightworker missions and or as 444 on the timer as a Lightworker. But see, you've been divinely protected from these individuals. You're a wise soul. And I brought this card back out because yesterday it came out with some like negative energy vibe cards as well, that you overcame, that things in your life or people in your life or situations that were difficult, trying to keep you in a negative place or mindset, that it will never get better. Well, you still sitting wise, but look at here. Behind her, there's a rope. You get what I mean? Either you gonna hang yourself up or someone else can. People were so close to you. That's how close they got to you, to try to get to you. You get what I mean? To try to end your mission. Or maybe you would end it yourself. So that was a part of the trick of the enemy. And this card says, may you be blessed with divine subsistence, abundance, longevity, and a lasting legacy. And that's why people wanted you to trip yourself up or get hung up. I'm hearing some people say they want you to get hung up on them too, so it could trip you up on your mission. Say you were doing everything was flowing great. Then you meet someone, like a relationship, and you get hung up on this person, and then everything that you were doing just dries up, and you start punishing this person and flourishing this person instead. And it hung you up because you was hung up on another person. Or maybe you was hung up on someone else's mission because you wanted to pour into people. So you have to pour into a lot of people. And this mission does entail to pour into a lot of people, but also learning how not to deplete yourself in the process. Okay? It's so easy to deplete ourselves as we pour into others. It's the easiest thing to do, especially when they know how to do it. They know how to pursue it. They've been secret agents to do it. So what I wrote today is, again, 10:30, and I wrote 10-10-10. So it's really like you tripled completed some assignments. Could have been 3 people. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So how this breaks down to me is October 30th, 2025. So 30 breaks down to 10, or 3 10s. So 10-10-10. So I'm seeing this as you completed cycles with up to at least 3 people that were infiltrating in your life as a good person. Let me look up this word, because did I send it to myself? Let me see. Because there was also some things that I sent to myself. Okay. Before I read it, because I screenshotted it. This was, what day did I do this? Monday. Today we on Thursday. So all this energy was coming to me as of Monday. And that's when I learned about Hurricane Melissa as well, over Jamaica and over the pathway of other islands and in the way. And I just prayed to the ancestors to protect the people of those islands and just whoever in the pathway of destruction. And I connected and I said, Bob, this is your land. We got to make sure your people are saved and that everybody is saved that's in the way of this storm, the eye of the storm. So I sent some messages to myself as well. What did I say? Let me see. Okay. Because I heard your family will remain safe. Then I heard spiritual code of conduct. And I heard speak with your ancestors at this time. Then I heard Jamaica. And this was on Monday at 10:24 p.m. I don't know if y'all can really see that because it's blurry. I'll be sending messages to myself. So I was like, okay, your family gonna be okay. And then I started to pray to the ancestors and speak. And I was speaking to Bob Marley, like, hey, Bob, yo, you got to save your people. You know, we got to watch over the land. And so that's how that started too. But then I also was getting like, this is how the movement is changing. And this is how people know when you pray, your prayers, Spirit, the Most High Creator, don't play about it. Okay, because you're actually putting out the work that the Most High God has put you here to do. So they ain't gonna play about you. You get what I mean? It might be tough sometimes. 10:01 on the timer, so 10:001, but it's bringing some kind of order and balance. I'm hearing it could have been up to 3 people that were like these secret agents to get information from you that you ended cycles with. That, I mean, it could have been more, but it's particular, maybe up to 3 people. Some of these people, you might know exactly who it is off the rip. Like, oh, it's that person. But you ended something. You ended a cycle. It doesn't have to even be a person. It could be like a situation or a job, that you realized, this ain't for me. These people got a little bit, little question marks around them every day. So, I then heard Hurricane Melissa. Oh, y'all, I actually wrote this down. That's crazy. I heard Hurricane Melissa. Then I heard spoke with Bob Marley, connected. Y'all, look. I said spoke to Bob Marley, connected to pray over his homeland. Oh my God, I just said this. I forgot that I wrote this. This part I did, y'all. I didn't even know. I just was channeling energy and I just kept typing to myself. Okay, so I said Hurricane Melissa spoke to Bob Marley, and then I heard connected. We got connected to pray over his homeland. Part of the motherland to protect the heritage and history of the revolutionary movement and the triumph of redemption for freedom. That's what I wrote. Then that was at 10:27 p.m. See, I sent that on 10:27 p.m. on Monday, October 27th. So I was like, wow, this is getting out there. And then I heard activation activated. Then I heard 10:28. And then I heard activation activated. So 10:28 is really like 10:10. Okay. And then the next day, so that sent that at 10:28. When I heard 10:28, it was 10:28 p.m. And then the next day was October 28th. So everything is like moving like really in alignment. You're ahead of the time. This plays a factor in what I'm going to say too. I have a coworker and she was talking to one of the customers on the line the other day. She was like, yeah, this older guy, older people, they like to talk and tell their story. And I love listening to it because you're learning history from people that you don't even realize. But he told her, and I haven't looked it up yet, and some of you may know this, so I'm actually going to look it up right now. He told her that China is like there are parts of China that are time zones ahead of the capital of China, but they use the same time zone all around China to keep it ordered. But there are people that are like say, for example, we're in the States. You got the Pacific, you got the East Coast, you got Central, even Alaska is like 5 hours behind me. Didn't know that. But just imagine if Alaska's 5 hours behind, California is 3 hours behind from where I'm at. But I'm, ahead of them. Just like with Arizona. Arizona doesn't change their time zones. So if everybody just stayed on Arizona time zone, then our time zones wouldn't even matter. That's basically what they do in China, from what this guy was telling my coworker. I never knew this. I never looked it up, but I just assumed. I mean, I know overseas got different time zones. Some are 5 hours ahead, a day ahead, So I'm gonna look it up anyway. Let me see, China time zones. So this is how this is coming to this this message. So right now in China, it is Thursday, October 30th. It's 9:24 p.m. So they are 12 hours ahead of us. Or of me right now. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Because I want to know exactly Okay, I found something, but I'm not sure if this is what I'm looking for. But in 1949, after the Chinese Civil War, the Central People's Government abolished the 5 time zones and announced to use a single time zone called Beijing time. Y'all, that's what it's saying. And that happened in 1949. So yeah, there were originally 5 time zones. I don't know what the differences are between those time zones though. What's the differences? Gonna look into this some more. Yeah, because it says time in China. The time in China follows a single standard time offset of UTC 8, where Beijing is located, even though the country spans 5 geographical time zones. So yeah, the things that you learn, right? Just because you're getting information. So for her to tell me that, when she told me that, I was like, okay, I took it and I kept it. Because I said, okay, there's a reason why I'm being told this. And she doesn't even realize, well, she does realize that she has like a spiritual gift as well. My coworker. So it's something, and we've kind of talked about certain things, but not so much in depth. But she's definitely a spiritual being. And I was just like, wow, she's telling me something. So it is coming to this message about these time zones, because you're able to, everything is in alignment right now, where everything is, the veil is been lifted. So everything is on the same zone, the same time frame when it comes to these missions, and why people are now infiltrating on these missions, because they like crossed over into, I'm hearing some of these people have crossed over into divine time, like into a divine timeline, like the movie Looper. I love that movie Looper, and shout out Bruce Willis. I love Bruce Willis. He's going through his health things. We send him a lot of love and light. He was so dope in that movie, Looper. And I forgot the other guy's name, the younger him, but he was battling himself in different time zones. He had to travel back in time and ahead of time as well. So, and he was like an informative to himself. So basically, you're telling yourself information of how to save yourself or what not to do. Or you're seeing like, you're here to correct order. And these infiltrators will try to come back and stop you from doing that. I'm hearing Man in Black with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, how they could erase your memory with a Man in Black device and wipe your memory scot-free. But they could travel and do that. So, and my right eye just twitched. What is that? Right eye twitch. Then I'm going to go back to my messages. Right eye twitching. Temporary, let me see, spiritual meaning. Superstition are a sign of energy shifts or disturbances in the spiritual and psychological realms. These shifts may be seen as positive signs of transformation or deeper traumas hiding beneath the surface. Yeah. Your energy shifts. It's a lot of shifts taking place. I did hear that earlier. You're shifting people. I'm hearing that you about to shift humanity. See, these people know that what you doing, your mission is shifting humanity. And that's why they want to try to pry in as secret beings in your life to infiltrate and get information. So so that's what I wrote. So it could have been up to 3 people. Then I did hear infiltrate, and I heard informative, secret agents on a mission. Then I heard the movie Switchblade, and I think that's what, excuse me, spiritual burp. Excuse me. I think that's what Wesley Snipes. There's some secret agents on a mission. I'm hearing, so when I heard Wesley Snipes, I did hear sniper. These people, I'm hearing it could be military. They could be very, very trained at like a military. And if we think about China as well, China has been said that they got a big ass military. You get what I mean? Like, don't play with them kind of vibe from what I be hearing. However, the spiritual military, let's think about that. You part of the spiritual leaders out here. I'm hearing a spiritual assassin. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this card deck. I'm hearing you're a spiritual assassin out here leading the way. Like, people are looking to you to help guide them through this time. As a spiritual assassin. Okay. Got some more card decks. So, I'm gonna look up the movie Switchblade because I want to see what that movie is about. I haven't really heard that movie until I was writing it today. I was like, is it even called Switchblade? Yep. Or no, it was called Blade. It was called Blade. Okay, hold on. Blade movie. Yeah, that's what it was called. 1998. It's a horror action film. I never really watched that movie, y'all. Did you guys watch it? Y'all, it was 1 hour and 55 minutes. Come on now. Look at that. This movie, 1998, was 1 hour and 55 minutes. He done did, I think he had a second one. So let's see. So this movie, a half mortal, half immortal, is out to avenge his mother's death and rid the world of vampires. What? Y'all, look it up. The movie Blade with Wesley Snipes. What in the world? So, he's half mortal, half immortal, and he's out to avenge his mother's death and rid the world of vampires. The modern day technologically, whatever, because I don't know how to I feel like they said that wrong, but modern day technology advanced vampires. Wow, hold on. The modern day technically advanced vampires he's going after are in search of his special blood type needed to summon an evil god who plays a key role in their plan to execute the human race. Oh my God. Whew. Y'all, is that really what that say? Let me drink some water. Ooh, I need to drink some water. Are you serious? Look it up. This is crazy. This is basically what y'all out here doing. This is the mission. This is what's happening. Y'all are out here to rid the world of these vampire people who are technically advanced vampires. Okay? Because they are, and he's going after them because they're in search of his special blood type needed to summon an evil god who plays a key role in their plan to execute the human race. So these advanced vampires want to execute the human race, but they need your blood. That's why they infiltrate. They get close to you. You see why this card called back to me? You see this? They want you to hang up, or they want to try to do it themselves. In the physical. They can't touch your spirit. So they're going to try to do it in physical. To get close to you. Divine Collective. This either has already happened, is currently happening, or will happen, and you're going to be aware of it. You're going to pay attention. Because the fact that you own your mission, you know when people have dabbled in and crossed over and stayed in your lane and played in your face and drove your car and sat in your driver's seat. Like, just to get you off your path and steer right onto theirs. Let's get Divine Collective off their path and we'll steer it onto my own. I'm going to infiltrate on that. And it was in secret most of the time. So you out here exposing these vampires, energy vampires. This movie, y'all. But see, and I heard Switchblade. I heard Switchblade because, but you got like this. You cut it off. Like you carry a switchblade around you. Okay. And then for the movie Blade to even, and I heard Wesley Snipes, because these people would try to snipe you because, but see, you got these snipers with these advanced machine guns or whatever you want to call them. And here you are with a switchblade. And they still can't aim and find and get you. But you got the switchblade. You would think you wouldn't be the one walking out of that alive, right? If they got a sniper machine that can aim far distances, how can you avoid that? And you got a switchblade. How can you defeat yourself? They just finding out. Because you out here taking down a lot of advanced energy vampires. Okay? And even it says technologically. I think that's how you say it. But we in a time of advanced AI, correct? So this is the movie Blade. And now let's go back to my messages that I text myself on Monday, October 27th. Okay, then I heard water waves. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, let me keep going. Then I heard water waves. Then I heard flowing. And I heard eye of the storm. So then Tuesday, now this is going into Tuesday now, and it's 12:44 a.m. So at 12:44 a.m. on Tuesday, October 28th, I heard divine contracts fulfilled. So that would make sense with these 10, 10, 10. You ended a cycle and you stopped something. You fulfilled some divine contracts. And it was 12:44 still when I wrote that. Then I heard, yeah, look, completion of test, our test. I heard that. And then I heard seek those. Oh, no, I was watching The Get Down. This is a show on Netflix that I really like. They only got 2 parts. And they ended it early, but it's called The Get Down, about these young, talented Black men that live in the Bronx, New York, and they growing up like in the 70s. And back then, you know, the turntable and DJ and break dancing was real popular, disco dancing and dressing up and going to the club. But it was also a lot of, again, people that infiltrated just to get on the scene and be seen, right? And get information. And then a lot of those movies are about learning information and portraying to be somebody so you can get in to fit in, so you don't, so you can survive. A lot of people just did things to survive, to infiltrate and pretend like, yeah, you know, I'm cool with this, knowing they not. Shiloh, I think his name was Shiloh, on that show, but he did some things that in person he was like, I would never do that, but behind the scenes he kind of sold himself out. So you got people that do that, like they show up like, I would never be someone who would do you dirty or talk about you behind your back, or you know, that you would have to question my honesty. I would never do something like that, but behind the scene you do. Or they could be somebody, I would never sell my soul, but then again, they go sell their soul. A lot of these people that infiltrated on sold their souls. Oh, okay. So a lot of people sold their soul. And on that show, when I was watching it, I saw some of the graffiti. It said, seek those who fan your flames. who fan them. If you fan in a flame, that flame gonna keep going and going. But it's like, seek those who support your passions, who uplift what you like, the realness that you out here doing. I also was watching the show Nashville. It was popular, but I never watched it when it was on TV. I was like, let me see what the hype was about this show. It's about country music, and I like all kind of music. So it was like a country music TV show. And one of the girls, her name is Scarlett. I love her voice. I actually really like her character too. She's very humble. And she wants to stay pure in herself. And she has a pure voice that's so different on the show versus a lot of the other artists. And when she finally gets her deal, her record deal, they want to polish up her act. They want to polish up her image or her story. And she's like, well, I don't want to lie to people. I just want to be myself. And they're like, well, you're still going to be yourself. We're just going to add some facts to polish your story. We're going to keep the facts of your life, but we're going to fluff it up. And she was like, what? So she is wanting to walk away from that. She wants to stay herself. And he was like, you could either get in line or get out or something. And she was like, I want to stay myself. He was like, get her out of here. And she left. She was like, bye. Because she don't want to be somebody that she's not. That's what you did. You could have been on the top of the charts and you still disappeared. I'm hearing like Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill, she only had that one album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, that one solo album, never made another besides the Unplugged. But it still wasn't the album that people was like, ooh, Lauryn got a new song. So it's like, she walked away. You got people that walk away. But then you got those people that stay. Okay. And then, so let's see. So that was at 1:44 a.m. when I saw Seek Those Who Fan Your Flaves on the Get Down, when I was watching the Get Down. So then when it come to AI, I heard AI. This was at 2:23 a.m. now. Still up. I stay up a little late. So then at 2:23 a.m., this was actually yesterday. Hold on. This was Wednesday. I heard AI wants to control who's being seen or gets to be seen. That's what I wrote. And it was like 2:22 a.m. and then it became 2:23. So yeah, I had to break all that down because the finishing this, you got the movie Blade that we just saw. And then the movie Black Phone. So the movie Black Phone, when I first saw that, I didn't even know that movie existed. I was getting my hair braided one day. She's like, have you seen Black Phone? I was like, nah. We watch it. I'm like, dang. It's about connecting with spirits at a young age. People think you crazy though. But when you overcome it and when the truth and things that you've been seeing and saying are revealed, then people are like, how did they know that? How did they know that? But they know you're not crazy, even though it's crazy. But they realize, yo, you're not crazy. So that movie Black Phone is kind of like that. I don't want to give it away for those of you who haven't seen it. But you need to watch the first Black Phone. And Black Phone 2 just came out last weekend. I watched it. As I'm watching it, I was like, oh my gosh. So they're older now. The people, of course, are older in this movie. But now, when I was watching it, I thought about a message that I had when I forgot what video I did a week ago. But in the video, maybe it was the one where you are seeing, while you've been in hermit mode, you've been seeing who's been playing or portraying a spiritual game only to gain spiritual fame. And I think in that message is when I heard them say, what did I hear? If they can't get you in the spiritual, they'll try to get you in the physical. Because they have tried to attack your spirit. Didn't succeed. Because you ended those contracts. They tried to attack your spirit. So since they couldn't attack you in the spiritual realm, they're like, oh, well, that's why you seeing the demonic entities come up to your face now. Because they're like, well, we'll just get them in the spiritual, in the physical, and infiltrate. And it's 9:44 a.m. Can't make that shit up. Look at this. See? You've been divinely protected from these individuals. These people have tried to infiltrate and relate to you, just to relay the messages, to summon that demon god or that evil entity or energy back into the world, just like the movie Blade, and infiltrate and try to get so close that they can hang you, trip you up, stop your purpose, unalive you at that, if they can, in the physical. You got to be alert, because you are on the battlefield, y'all. This war is not the typical looking war. It's AI driven, and it's right on our home front. This is the war zone. We already walking in it every day. So they will come dressed as wolves in sheep's clothing to infiltrate as secret agents on a mission to get more information about your mission and what you got going on. Again, to take you off your path and steer right onto theirs. But you're more alert. And that's why I heard switchblade, because you switching it up. And you carry your blade, you cutthroat. See, those snipers can't even cut through your angelic aura. So they got to get closer to you, or they got to send other people your way. Like, it's crazy. Just to know. So the movie Black Phone is symbolic, because when she falls asleep, that's when they try to attack. But it's also attacking her in the actual real-time physical time. So as she's asleep, if they, like, let's say they hit her and punch her and she get bruised, when she wake up, that bruise is actually real. This is how they're trying to do it. They're trying to infiltrate your dreams, your personal life, like just certain things, but you paying attention to it. And not to like put no fear out, because this ain't what that's about. No, this is not to put fear out. This is really alerting that, hey, why they doing this? What is wrong with these people? Like, how many times are you gonna do this? Because you still growing older and wise. You still got divine protection and long-lasting legacy and longevity. It says lasting legacy. Let me say this over. May you be blessed with divine subsistence, abundance, longevity, and a lasting legacy. They want that to end. But see, your spiritual gifts and your spiritual sight is shifting humanity. And along with that comes more spiritual protection. So, I heard Black Phone movies. So if you haven't seen those movies, I would encourage, if you want to, you don't have to. Then I heard spiritual sight. Then I heard they will try to beat you, get you in the physical, since they can't get to you in the spiritual. Yeah. People are trying not to get back to you in the physical realm. Well, shit, we just gonna end a physical form. Or we gonna hinder something in the physical for them. And all the while, you're sitting pretty, minding your business, and doing your due diligence out here. And it's upsetting some people, because you have been holding back with this Four of Pentacles. You've been holding back after being backstabbed. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. And I just said angelic protection. That's why you got your ancestral protection. I'm trying. Y'all, these people know you holding back now because they done betrayed you. And you've been protected. Your ancestors actually protected you from these people that have been infiltrated on these Lightworker missions. You got ancestor protection. And these people are just mad because you have ancestor protection. I love that the ancestor protection card showed up. I love it. So it's another thing that I text myself. Because when it comes to advanced with the movie Blade, it says advanced vampires, then they're trying to rid the world of these vampires. AI is like a vampire. It's like an infestation of AI is happening, draining people's energies, right? Technically. It's so technical advanced, it's draining people's energy though. Ciphering 4044 on the timer. See, there's a good part of AI, and then there's the not so great side of AI. And it's actually giving more power to these energy vampires who are trying to sound like a light worker or sound like they're very educated. Some people are using AI word from word. I had a video not too long ago, it said like plagiarism, where they plagiarize everything. Everything that somebody is saying now is not real. It's just, they took the text and they said it word from word. It's not even their own identity. So you are a spiritual intelligent agent that these people want to prey on, or pry, or seek to, flock to get more information. So you have, again, the spiritual intelligent agents versus the artificial intelligent agents. And AI is it's like you're at war at the same time, because you're at war with a lot. To be on the battlefield, to be on the forefront, it's like you have to take on the head of a lot of commotion, disruption, corruption. Like so much commotion going on due to the corrupt people we have in charge in this world as well. And then you have to deal with some disruption in your own home at times, like in your bloodline, trying to figure that out. You are being hit head on with all of the hard topics of discussion. But you have to discuss it, and you have to rid it. And you also know along the way that you got some special blood. Whatever your blood type is, because these vampires are in search of his special blood. They seek to find you. That's why this ancestor protection is like, nope. You're not going to hurt our divine chosen one. You're just not. We're going to keep them held back because it's like they're protecting your legacy. Your ancestors are protecting your legacy and the legacy of who they are. You're here to protect the legacy of your own bloodline plus the legacy of humanity. That's a lot, okay? But that's what you're here to do. And in the midst of it, you know what it feels to be backstabbed by these infiltrators. Let me go to, okay, I'm gonna go to Black Phone, the first one, and give you guys an overview of the first Black Phone. So this is what the overview of the first Black Phone says. Finney Shaw is a shy but clever 13-year-old boy. Okay. He is a shy but clever 13-year-old boy who's being held in a soundproof basement by a sadistic masked killer. When a disconnected phone on the wall starts to ring, he soon discovers that he can hear the voices of the murderer's previous victims. And they are dead set on making sure what happened to them doesn't happened to Finney. You get it? Your ancestors making sure whatever they did to anybody else prior to you, or however these people hurt other people, it ain't gonna happen to you. You gonna hear the call. You gonna answer it. It look like it's disconnected, but no, you are more highly connected. You don't need a cord. You don't need the physical cord. You got the spiritual cord. See, they couldn't cut the spiritual cord to your source, to the Most High Creator. Therefore, they would try to cut you in the physical. But your spiritual team still is going to connect to you. So that's the first one. Let me go to the second one, Black Phone 2. So Black Phone 2. Bad dreams hunt 15-year-old Gwen. Gwen is the sister of Finney. Okay. She has spiritual insights. So that's like from the first one. That's something that's known if you watch the preview. But anyway, bad dreams hunt 15-year-old Gwen as she receives call from the Black Phone and sees disturbing visions of 3 boys being stalked at winter camp. Accompanied by her brother Finn, they head to the camp to solve the mystery, only to confront the grabber, a killer who's grown even more powerful in death. So she's over here confronting the most notorious, ruthless killer here in their time in her dreams. And her brother Finn is there to assist because he knew how to fight it in the physical. So do you see what I'm saying? She had to fight him in the spiritual. The brother knew how to fight him in the physical. But see, at the beginning, the first Black Phone, the brother was in the physical, having to fight back. The second one, the sister's in the spiritual, having to fight back. But when you bring those two together, endless possibilities of divine timing at play. And the Most High Creator stepping on in. You learn how to balance the light and the dark in the physical and the spiritual realm. You know how to balance the physical and the spiritual realm and bring them together and fight. You heard that beeping out there? I don't know if y'all heard it. It was 2 horns. It's like beep, beep. That's what you're learning how to do out here. Okay, so your AI intelligence is just learning how to do that. All right, Spirit, let's get some more energy for the Divine Collective. And then we're going to end this message. I might come back, excuse me, spiritual burp, and do another one. All right. Let me, a spiritual burp. Cleanse out. Okay. Spirit, what else we got for the Divine Collective for this message? Thank you. I knew that was going to come out. The card been trying to come out. It's somebody who was a narcissist, the emotionally unavailable man. You've been protected from some narcissist people who were very unemotional about what they were doing here. These infiltrators. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Got you. I just saw Divine Feminine. Look at Divine Feminine showing up. Okay, let me, because I text myself the infiltrate definition. Y'all get this. So what I wrote down, where's my stuff? When I wrote this, I heard infiltrate, informative, and secret agents on a mission. And then that's when I heard switchblade. So, for the word infiltrate, I Googled it and I screenshot it and sent it to myself. And y'all look, it's the AI overview. Ain't that crazy? You know, now when you Google something, they'll say AI overview because AI will summarize it for what they feel it is. Most of the time it's on point, but that's the scary part, right? I mean, it's very great, but it's kind of like, whoa. So, anyway, to infiltrate means to secretly enter a group or place to gain information or cause harm, or to gradually premate a substance or situation. This can involve superficially moving into an organization like a spy entering a government agency, or it can refer to liquids and gases slowly passing through a promise material. The term is also used metaphorically for things like attitudes or technology slowly taking over a space or a culture. And then secretly entering a group or place to join an organization or pass into territory condescendingly, especially for hostile or subversive reasons. An example is the intelligence agency was tasked with infiltrating the rebel group. That last part, the intelligence agency was tasked with infiltrating a rebel group. That was their example. Y'all could just Google infiltrated meaning, and that's what I found. So the fact that you got AI intelligent people or these dark secret agents that are being tasked to infiltrate a rebel group, you like a rebel out here with your wisdom. Okay? You the rebel that they like, hold on. I'm hearing rebel without a cause. Wait a second. You a whole rebel out here. Like they couldn't stop you emotionally. They could no longer do narcissistic abuse to you because you found a new love of self and you started operating your divine feminine energy by pouring love back into yourself. Again, you're not depleting yourself no more. You got divine protection. If anything, these people now feel backstabbed by you. I'm hearing you're teaching a lot of wisdom about backstabbing people. You're teaching these backstabbing people a lesson. That's what I'm hearing. They could be wanting to sing the blues. Now they feel like you they true love. You got new love and true love showing up. But there was probably a karmic partner. See? Some karmic energies realize, yeah, and they want to reach out to you. Saying, I'm sorry. Some of them realize, like, you too highly protected. Like, I don't know. It's not going to happen. You're on your boss-ish right now. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay? Oh, divine timing. Yeah. See, divine timing. We was talking about divine timing. These people infiltrated. They want to infiltrate on divine timing. Again, looper. You've looped time frames. Again, with China in the time zones. It is divine timing for a lot of things in this world to crave down, to fall down. That's why it feels like it's feeling right now. That's why the more you rise, the more things fall and crumble in the physical that does not align in divine timing for the best of humanity. So since the old evil-ish gotta fall down, they will want to infiltrate. Again, they've been tasked to wear masks and infiltrate on the missions of light workers because they feel like light workers are rebels without a cause. And you bring in the shine to the world. This is your aura when you walk out. They can't stop it. A Palladian message to awake your true purpose and power. Shine. See, your shine is crumbling down these powers that were people in charge. Are these just corrupt individuals, these narcissistic, unemotional people with karmic behaviors? And they have to learn karmic lessons. Some of these people have like a dark energy, and it's like, well, will they ever learn? I don't know. That's up to them. Some of them will, some of them definitely won't. However, They gonna feel it. They gonna feel something crumbling in their life because of this Tower energy. And see, you're alerting people. Look, you're paying attention to the signs. Look, I like that both of these cards showed up. Pay attention to the signs. See all these angel numbers? And then the card says, pay attention to the signs. Divine communication. See? Your ancestor protection is making you alert and paying attention to this. You know about the infiltrators because they've been X'd out. Thank you, Spirit. These people have been X'd out as wolves in sheep's clothing. See? Manipulative. They can't play you no more. And that's because you connect with your ancestors. I'm telling you. These are 2 ancestor cards, I think, in here that got ancestors on it. Yeah, ancestor protection and connect with your ancestors. See, these people like me, I shouldn't have messed with their ancestors. Yeah, because your ancestors is holding their legacy. They protecting it at all costs now. And you are the one battling to protect it. Yeah, that's why it says I will be my own effing hero. This is what you are trained to do. And you are. So far, you've survived 100% of your worst days. I love it. I love it. I'm going to come back and do another message, y'all. So we're going to end this one. Thank y'all for rocking the vibe of the video. If you do, you can always thumbs it up. Keep it circulating. I do appreciate each and every one of you more than you know. You can always email me. My email is in the description of the post. And I just appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a good day or good night, whatever time it is for you. Stay safe out there. Okay. Uplift each other. And peace, love, and light. Namaste.